Hey, what's up? It's your girl Tamara, aka Girl from Harlem.
What's good, everybody? This is Ray Daniels, aka the Culture Referee.
And this is the God Show, the Culture Report.
This is the God Show, the Culture Report. By the way, like, share, comment. Somebody asked us to address Jack Harlow this show. I hope you read that comment because somebody asked us to do something about Jack Harlow. But like, share, comment, whatever you got to do to support us. Download on your phone. Give us a 5-star rating. Please, these are things we're asking you to do that cost nothing. If you're entertained, that's all we ask you to do is that. That costs nothing. Let's get it.
So as you can see, we do read the comments. So make sure you guys are definitely talking to us in the comments and let us know what you want to hear about. So I want to start off with, it was a pretty big weekend. They had Lovers and Friends out in Vegas.
Oh my God.
You don't even know. I could go a lot of ways with this.
But I know exactly where a girl from Harlem is going to go. Let's go.
Okay, so do we think it went down So there was a rumored situation between Chris Brown and Usher.
Yeah.
Chris Brown came out, and this is the only public statement that has been made about it from either party, and he pretty much just said that he only got involved to try to get to his daughter.
No, he was talking about the altercation that happened.
Yeah.
That was on film.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So that's what I don't care about the show. I was talking about the altercation.
No, it was 2 altercations though.
Oh, there was another one?
It was one that happened with him and
Usher,
and then there was one that happened with him after he performed the next day. The one that with him yelling the next day, that's the one that was caught on camera.
Oh, I thought that was the prelude to the fight.
That was a whole nother thing.
Chris always got something going on. But anyway, so they said it all started because Tiana showed up to his birthday party, and him and Tiana haven't really gotten a chance to speak since she pulled out of assisting him with the Michael Jackson tribute at the American Music Awards. Do you think that celebrities should allow a situation like that where it was like, okay, I got pulled and I felt like I should have had more support from my community? Do you think they should linger on to those feelings, or should they just say, you know what, that's business, this is personal?
I'm not going to make it about celebrities because I think that's unfair. What I'm going to say is that black men need to learn how to talk without feeling the need to hurt each other, to speak to each other. A lot of us were raised without dads in the house, so we was raised by women mostly. And, you know, I always say the difference between women and men is that if 2 women start arguing and cursing each other out, I mean, the worst that could happen is some hair pulling and a fist get thrown and something like that. When 2 men yell, you have to be prepared to die because that's a possibility. So that's why I think black men need to know how to talk, because whatever altercation Chris and Usher did have, the only thing I can say is we should be thankful that no one got killed.
Real hurt.
Because you're literally talking about two separate celebrities who are both valued over $1 billion. Their catalog, their likeliness, everything is worth over $1 billion. And the last thing you want is for something like that to happen to one of those guys over something that when you wake up the next morning, you're like, man, I was tripping.
Right.
I'm just glad that black men need to learn how to talk, express ourselves without disrespecting each other and without feeling like we could fight. I just think that's like a next level of growth for our community. That's something that I would love to happen.
I would love that. That's one of the scariest things that, like, for me, living in the hood and watching the younger generation grow up, is that they're so scared of an ass whooping. They don't want to fight no more. They're going straight to get their guns. And I wish
you just escalated what I said. I don't even want
you
to
were
fight.
talking about normal stuff. I would rather y'all fight. Get it out your system and move on.
Here's the thing, though. The reason why I don't want them to fight is because I can't say, Ray Daniels, a grown, mature adult man can't say, if I'm getting jumped and I got a gun on me, I'm not going to jump up and use it. I don't know if I'm that mature. Like if it's 3 dudes on top of me jumping me and I got a gun on me, I'm probably going to kill somebody. So let's not get to the hurting each other part, and let's get to the communicating with each other part. Because once you put your hands on somebody, at that moment, everything is off the. At that moment, everything is off the. What's the word I'm looking for? It's not
off limits.
Off limits. Nothing's off limits. We hurting each other. Period. So that's why I say, you know, I say my brother, like, he got shot, you know, but he slapped somebody who didn't want to fight, so he shot him, you know. So it's like, you know, I'd just rather you not slap nobody.
Oh, you know what? This randomly.
See, when I look at her, I smile. When I look at her, this motherfucker
no,
really.
It'd be right. He be bringing that out of me.
She really bring this shit out of me.
The white people was fighting at the Kentucky Derby, and I just wanted to say that we're not the only people that fight. That's
but I don't know if white people fighting ends in the gun violence that it does when black people fight.
Agreed.
I just, mind you, maybe I'm not,
Our pride
don't
is
attack me,
different.
black people, saying, you don't know, here's some articles. I'm just saying, I personally, when I hear two white people say, what, motherfucker? I don't think, run.
Right. Right.
If I hear two black people in the, what?
I'm
run.
ducking behind the car.
Hey, watch out. Hey, get out. Somebody gonna shoot. That's maybe it's because I only hang around black establishments, but that's just me. I want to make sure that, I want us to be better. That's my goal. I think that's the whole point of what we do, period. It's like we want to challenge the thought process, challenge the way we approach life, and we got to make each other better.
I like that. So BET is for sale. There's a lot of people competing to buy it. I think that, so two of the biggest competitors right now, I think, are 50 Cent and Tyler Perry. What?
I just love that there's a entity for sale that's in the billions and black people can come up and say they're about to buy it.
Yes.
I just think it's nothing beautiful to that.
I'm super excited.
20 years ago, it wasn't even one. It was only one. Now it's like, oh, he got money. Everybody. So that just made me smile. That's why.
And they're actually teaming up too. So I think that, so two of the biggest people that ways it could go is Tyler Perry or 50 Cent, right? Or Puff. So, but I think Puff is now working with 50 Cent to work.
I think it one of 50 Kenya Barris.
A bunch of them is
50 Kenya Barris and then somebody else I saw.
It's 50 Kenya and somebody. But yeah, they're definitely teaming up, right? So I think that if Tyler Perry gets it, I think it'll go more like cinema and stuff like that. But I think if Diddy gets it, it's going to be more revolt and podcast based. What are your predictions for how it could go?
I think whoever gets it needs to come mess with us. Nah, seriously, because see, here's the problem with today's TV channels and media. Everybody watches TV. Everybody consumes content, whether it's movies, films, everything on demand at this point. Right? Everything is on demand. So it's not like back in the day when you would like run to the house because the Cosby Show came on at 8 or Martin came on at 9. It was
106 in Park.
Yeah, 106 in Park came on at 6 p.m. It's not like that no more. Everybody watches everything on demand. So we have to find a way to create content that gathers the interest of people and also makes them want to watch it, in my opinion, on television.
So what's the difference between watching something on television versus like?
Okay, so here's an example what I'm talking about. So like let's look at NBC and let's look at HBO. Okay. NBC is broadcast TV. Anybody can watch it. All you need is an antenna. HBO you got to pay for. Only difference that I can really think about is NBC, you're gonna see curse words and titties.
Right. Yeah, that's what
HBO you're gonna see cuss words and titties.
You go a little further, yeah.
You're going a little further. So, but if you see when you watching HBO, you kind of expect that. When you watching HBO, when you watching Stars, if you're watching any of these premium shows, you kind of watching it because you want the dirt, you want the nasty, you want the gangster, like you want to see somebody really get shot and not like shot and they fall down. It's like, you know what I mean? So I think we have to figure out. So I think that we have to figure out a way to find between YouTube content, HBO, YouTube, NBC content, HBO, and then BET. You got to be a middle place. And I think that they should come see us because I don't think people are thinking like that. Like, because even with Revolt, as much as I think more people watch Revolt's YouTube channel than Revolt actual channel, right? 100%. Now, I don't know how that works in business, by the way. I don't know how that works. But I would like to think that if I own Revolt, I wanted people to watch it on TV than watching it on YouTube. Because if they watch it on YouTube, YouTube is running the advertisement and giving us their built-in rates. And if they watch it on my show, I'm running the advertising and I build the rates. So I think that these channels have to figure out a way to get active and do something that people want to be a part of or watch in a way that separates them from like broadcast TV.
That kind of ties in. So MTV News is shutting down after I think 35 years.
Here's the weird part. None of us knew MTV was
still going.
None of us knew MTV News was still going.
Somebody asked on Twitter the other day, like, does MTV even still play music videos? And I said, I think they have a separate channel, like MTV music video channels, like one of those up
let them in there.
Like
those my people.
200-300 channels. One of them extra
channels. By the way,
channels.
while we film, we still got shit going on.
Yeah, this is a moving. We don't only do this. So I think that MTV News shutting down. Somebody said the reason why it's shutting down is because there's not enough music-worthy news. Everything's just gossip.
That's not why.
What happened?
Not why. Because Why would I wait for 7 p.m.? This goes back to what I said. Why would I wait for 7 p.m. to watch MTV News when I see all the news was happening on the motherfucking Shade Room already?
Right.
So
There's not that news cycle anymore.
Gonna tell me something when the
Right.
Shade Room is already telling me in fact. Not only is the Shade Room telling me, everyone's telling me at once. We get more information
From Black Twitter.
from our social media feeds than we do from TV.
Yes. But that's dangerous because people don't fact
It is
check.
dangerous.
So there's two things that happen with that. As somebody who went to school for journalism, I got to see the 24-hour news cycle kind of disappear. Now there is no waiting for the 6 a.m. newspaper to come and hit your door to get news.
You know what it is? Let me tell you what it is. Let me tell you what the key to TV is. This is why we're going to be so big. Separately and together. The key to TV is personalities. Mm-hmm. That's the key to TV. That's what people don't understand about TV. Let me give you an example. If a black baby got slapped by Donald Trump, we know for a fact when you turn on BET what they're going to be saying.
Oh, the headline's going to be completely
He's
different.
a travesty. Mm-hmm. He did this and he's a racist. If we turn on Fox, they're going to be like, what did the baby do?
Right. That baby pissed off
What did
Trump.
the baby, no, before we react, what did the baby do? Now, here's the point. The point is that if you're a what that baby did person, then you're watching Fox News. Mm-hmm. If you are Donald Trump is a black person, you're watching BET. CNN, same thing. Don Lemon, Chris Cuomo. These are guys who felt very neutral, who felt very liberal, very neutral personalities, and their approach to life was very neutral and liberal, right? So that's why you watch CNN. MSNBC is all liberal. Like it's liberal all the way.
Yeah.
Fox News, but that's why it works. So a lot of these channels' problems is that they don't have a personality that we identify them with. Even when you say Tyler Perry movie, Tyler Perry TV show, Tyler Perry play, Tyler Perry, you're expecting Tyler Perry's brand. Mm-hmm. That's why you're watching it. So you don't even care what it is. You just know what Tyler Perry is associated with. When you think about BET, who do you think about? I remember watching MTV News, I thought about Sway. It was certain people that you watched on MTV News that made you think of it. So I think a lot of these people problem they're having is that they're not attached to a personality. So even when you say Revolt, you say Puff. Puff ain't no Revolt. Puff owns it. The problem is that Revolt doesn't have someone that you associate them with. Like breaking news, turn on Revolt. We know Ray and Tamara are going to be on there.
Oh,
and they're going to be giving.
That's
That's what I'm saying.
A trustworthy face.
Yes.
That makes sense. I like that. Okay, so Ginuwine fell off the stage while performing recently. When do we think so? Should people just like retire after a certain point, or should they like alter their performances? Like if you were his manager, what are we saying next? Like we're changing the routine, we're pulling you from stage. What do we do here?
Keep falling.
Do it again.
No, I'm tell you why.
Ginuwine takes a tumble.
We talking about it. Mm-hmm. Like who cares? I mean, like,
and that's what we talk about with him. Always the dances.
I mean, well, you know, for me, it's like, you know, I can't tell nobody to not. Like, I want to hear Ginuwine perform those songs. I love his music, so don't tell him not to perform. Just, you know, if he busts his ass, hey, that's a part. Failing means you're trying. Keep failing, because that just means you're trying. I'm okay with that. So shout out to Ginuwine and the Lovers and Friends. That concert I'm going next year for a fact. We're going to be at Lovers and Friends. The God show is, I promise y'all that. I just found out that it's Usher's show, so I'm going to be calling them. Those are my people.
So I'm super excited because we got an official date for the Diddy and JD bat versus.
Well, we don't have, she just did what social media does.
Puff said it.
Puff didn't say it on record. Someone recorded him
saying it. Well, shit,
and he didn't
came
know.
Out his mouth.
No, but I'm saying this goes back to the social media thing we spoke about, where this is why news is needed, because Puff said it. Puff could have been just talking shit because that's what somebody told him. That doesn't mean it's signed and the paperwork is in. So that's probably could be the tentative date. Like, yeah, I think me and JD will be September 8th at the Garden. I mean.
Anyway, besides that, that's.
I heard, for example, that there was going to be a versus on Mother's Day. Mother's Day is Sunday. And
yeah, we would have to know.
That's my point. But when I heard that, and I heard it from a reliable source, so if I repeated that, like, yeah, such and such, and I heard the names, who they was doing it, I was on the call with people from them, and they told me who was coming. That ain't happened. So if somebody recorded me saying that, it's just kind of like fucked up, because no, it's not getting in trouble, because I didn't say it on record. I was talking to my man. If you see me talking to my uncle about something, somebody captured me saying, "Oh yeah, verse is gonna be," that's not. You can't hold me against that. You can't hold me accountable for that. Somebody film me saying it.
I just want them to have it in LA and not New York because I think that that's not a neutral place, and I want it to be fair. But speaking of people saying things off the record,
I don't think they go anywhere as fair.
LA is like a mutual ground between like Diddy has enough influence. People love JD. I think that it could be. It's not New York. It's not Atlanta. Where the hell would you hold that versus?
Where would you hold it? Where Puff doesn't have an advantage.
Nebraska.
Puff Daddy is probably no more in Nebraska than JD is. Anywhere you
Take
go,
it to Russia.
JD is not going. Puff's gonna have home court advantage, and I believe even if you came to Atlanta, he would still have it because Atlanta is a city full with implants, like yourself, who live here but aren't from here,
and we run the city now.
Have enough. Those people are attached enough to have the money to go pay. Like, I don't think real Atlantans that grew up on JD music
is gonna buy the tickets.
About going to tickets to see that. So I think wherever they go, Puff gonna have an advantage.
I'll give you.
But it's gonna be a good. It's gonna be a good fight.
I think it's gonna go
It's
all
like
20
the Avengers
rounds.
versus
Captain America and them?
The Justice League.
The Justice League.
That's my
Oh
dog.
gosh.
Caught me.
Okay, so in a world of social media and people trying to do things to get people's attention, right? OT Genesis had his fans drinking champagne out of their shoes this week at the concert, right? I didn't see any of us doing it. It was a lot of this doing it, but
Hands?
they know. The people who know.
No, I don't know. It's people listening.
Oh,
Audio
sorry.
that's not gonna know what we're talking about. What are you talking about?
They covering it.
What are you talking about?
The blacks weren't doing it, the whites were doing it. So he had his fans drinking champagne out of their shoes.
You would do it.
I would. This is the conversation we
If
had. Would I do it?
Beyonce had you on stage and said, "Girl, drink out that you are gonna be a."
If it's a brand new red bottom,
you gonna be drinking it like.
I don't know. I don't know if me and Beyonce we gonna have to talk. I'm gonna be like
Whoever
this.
you like.
No, I like Beyonce, but
Okay,
I don't
here
know
we
if
go.
I'm gonna drink out a shoe. That's a lot.
You wouldn't drink out of a shoe, but if Beyonce brought you on stage and said, "Here, do this," and I'm gonna do, you would do it.
Did you see the previews of her concert yet?
Yeah.
Amazing, a goddess. Braxton was in here trying to dance and sing, and I told him he got to give Beyonce more respect because he ain't last 2 seconds. But anyway, the question was, do you think that artists are taking it too far with what they're doing with their fans to get social media attention?
We talking about it.
So it's working. But everything can't, there has to be a,
Then you got to stop talking about it. See, you could sit here. By the way, I want everybody watching this to know that Tamira runs this whole thing. Tamira, I don't know what we're going to talk about. She and Don Vito come up with everything we're going to talk about and bring it to my attention, and I just talk. Tamira could have chose to talk about black females in business. She could have chose to talk about a lot of things, but she talked about him having somebody drink out a shoe. Wow. So it worked.
This is a music-based show.
So it worked. All I'm just saying is that I seen you do a video, which I love the videos you doing. If anybody watch it, y'all should follow Tamira. She does these dope ass reaction videos. That's what it's called.
It's like green screen.
Yeah, green screen reaction videos. But she was speaking about a certain couple, and she was like, "I would pay money to never see them again." Right?
All of it.
But that's my point. You ain't bring them up yet.
Because I refuse to.
That's my point. So then, if the minute that we as media stop bringing and entertaining this stuff up, is the minute that it'll stop.
And after I posted that, I feel like it just kept flooding my timeline. I was just over it. Okay. So this has been a topic for a while. We haven't got to talk about it because I was waiting to see the outcome. So Jamie Foxx is going through something. And there's been a lot of speculation with fans feeling like they demand answers. They need to know what's going on. Mm-hmm. My question is, does Jamie Foxx family owe the fans anything? How transparent do you be in situations like this?
No. Well, I don't know. I mean, obviously, something's going on because we haven't heard from him physically. Like, we seen him tweet, but for all you know, that could have been somebody that had access to his account. But I think the family has a right to announce when someone dies. You know, especially someone famous. Like, you know, sometimes he might have died on a Tuesday. Sometimes you might want to let your close family know,
right.
Or because there might be people you just don't want to hear about what's happening with that person on the news.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I think that whatever he's going through, I'm praying that he's straight. Because Jamie Foxx is one of the most humblest and nicest human beings,
Talented.
stars in the world. Like Jamie Foxx, I know people who personally have lived at this man's house. He lets random people live with him. Ed Sheeran used to live with Jamie Foxx.
Wow.
Yeah, he lets people live with him. He's a good person. So I just hope that he pulls through with this. Shout out to Jamie and Breon. You know, that's Jamie's manager on the music side. So shout out to them. I just hope. We all praying for you.
Amen. So I gotta so you mentioned Jack Harlow. So I don't know nothing about this, but MGK made a diss track to Jack Harlow over the Jay-Z and Eminem Renegade beat.
White beef.
Right. It's giving
White
hillbilly
beef.
up. Oh.
Nah, see, I didn't say hillbilly.
Redneck versus the hill.
White beef. White beef is funny. Can I tell you why white beef is funny?
Love to hear it.
Is anybody worrying about Jack Harlow or
Right.
MGK getting murdered,
Right.
beefing with each other?
We know it's gonna stay in the music
we all
realm.
pray that one day Lil Durk and NBA Youngboy people don't run into each other. We pray for that, right? So that's what I mean by like we as black men, just to drill that in. We as black men have to be better with community.
Right. Theirs we know is just entertainment, right? We know it's not gonna go past music. We don't gotta worry about
Hold on, you know what else knows? They know too. They not worried about each. I don't think Jack Harlow has more security because of MGK's diss.
He's not trying to beef it up. Like,
come
hey,
on now, come on.
I need some backup here. All right, so I got a music question for you. This is like my music question of the week. I actually got two, but
Go ahead.
This one: what is the best way to make money in the music industry without being an artist or producer?
Without being an artist or producer, I mean, there's a lot of ways to make money. You can be a manager. You can be an engineer. You can be a songwriter. There's a lot of ways to make money in the music business. I mean, shit, you got people who are just investing in it and putting money up and treating artists like stocks and owning a piece of their business for a certain amount of time. There's a lot of ways to make money in the music business. I would say my thing is don't come to the music business if your only agenda is to make money. This ain't for you.
Don't do it.
It's just not for you. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of energy, a lot of talking, a lot of meetings, a lot of interactions. And that's why I'm gonna talk about what I do on here, because it's like I'm so tired of it. So that's what I would say.
Okay, I meant to, but going back real quick. So Ice Spice and her manager just revealed that she owns her masters, her publishing, and has full creative control of her deal with 10K Projects / Capitol Records. No one on the label side touches the music. There are no traditional A&Rs with her. No one is picking beats. How do you feel about that?
Good for her. I mean, shit. I'm not gonna say all of that is most artists, but most artists have creative control. By the way, artists, if you ask for creative control, that's like the dumbest thing you can ask for. It's creative control. Now, control of how your releases come is different, but creative control, like I don't care if I'm working with the artist that hasn't achieved nothing. I'm still gonna ask them for their vision because it's their vision. You can't, even if I give them a song that I want them to sing, they can say I'm not singing that.
Facts.
So it's like, why do you worry about creative control? You have it. Everybody has it. When I was an A&R at labels, I sent them beats. I could love the beat. If Rembo or Chopper didn't like it,
Ain't nothing you could do.
what am I supposed to do?
Right.
This is it? Nah, it's their control. They have creative control.
Okay. And another music question: what are your favorite mixtapes of all time?
Man, that's a good one. If I had to say mixtapes, Jeezy Trapper Die, Rock City, Black Beatles. Man, Rock City made some dope ass mixtapes. We made some dope mixtapes. Lil Wayne,
Which one?
white. It was the white cover with him drawn up. What was the name of that one? The color that he did with Drama. I can't remember.
I'm a no ceilings type girl, so I don't know.
Yeah. So Lil Wayne, but yeah, I mean, Rock City Black Beatles is the best mixtape
Ever.
No, I mean, and I say that, go listen to it. I don't know where it's at, but if you can listen to it, go listen to it. It's incredible.
Okay, so Ray likes to consider himself America's black dad, right? So with that being said, I didn't
say I was American, but I am.
I think I have you
let's
on
go, let's go.
camera.
I might have said that. Go ahead.
Last episode, I think I
ahead.
could quote you quote by quote. Okay, so
Steve Harvey is America's black dad. I'm America's cool dad.
he's like our uncle.
America's
I wouldn't call him
black
our
cool
dad.
Okay.
I would rather you be my dad than Steve Harvey be my dad. I think you're way cooler.
I've been daddy to many.
Okay. Anyway, so
I'm saying,
as a father, there's been a lot of talk about phones in schools, right? So there was a video
the girl
of
macing her teacher.
macing her teacher. How do you, one, you have a son that's old enough to have a phone and go to school, right? What conversations are you having with your kids about phones in school and even respect for authority? What does that look like in your household?
Well, here's the crazy part. I've never had to have that conversation with my kids. You ever had that with your kids? Respect? I don't. I never had that with my kids. My kids don't play. They know I don't play. They're going to be respectful. So I never had to do that. So it's always interesting, those kids that do that at school are usually probably kids that have problems at home. Because my thing is that I was afraid of what my mother would do if I fucked up at school. I was afraid of my mother showing up, walking on the back of her fucking slippers and whip my ass in front of everybody. So I didn't mess up in school. So most of the kids that did mess up were the kids that parents didn't come to the school or didn't care anyway. So that shit is, like, it's so crazy. We got to really take some time I've been thinking about this all day. I don't know why, it's random, but we got to really start acknowledging teachers. Like, why the fuck would anyone want to be a teacher?
I started my master's in early childhood education. I
Like,
stopped
bro,
that so quick.
Like, it's two jobs that we should really praise people for.
Way more money.
Teaching and being the police.
Yep.
Like, teaching, because you are literally spending your life, most of your life, with other people's kids, and you have to not only love them like they're yours, teach them, protect them, and now, in 2023, you have to respect them. That's the weird part for me. Like, I'd never had respect from none of my teachers. They didn't have to respect me. It was like, but now you got to respect them.
Because there's not this line between kids and adults anymore. Remember before it was like, stay out of grown folks' business. Don't talk to adults like that. Now the parents be coming to school. Why are you talking to my kid like that? How you want me to talk to your badass kid?
Once again, I don't know why anyone would want to be a teacher. I have a thankless job, but I have made some real good money doing what I do. Teachers get no real money and no real love, and literally parents are always on the side of their kids now.
It's Teachers Appreciation Week, by the way.
Nah, seriously, man, I just don't understand. Like, police too. Why you want to be a police or a teacher? Man, we need to love those people. And the third one is going into the Army or Navy or one of those. Like, they don't want, they top. To me, the order is Army, Navy, Armed Services. We need to clap for them everywhere they go. School teachers, and then police. Those are the three things where when I see somebody, I'm like, you do what? Why? Thankless jobs. But police and being a police, being an Army, I feel like you can at least take your aggression out. As a teacher, you got to smile through the bullshit. You yelled at my son. You got to be like, ma'am. Nah. I fuck the parents up, the kids. It'll just be an all-out war. You come yell at me. But I just don't understand. So shout out to all the teachers. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. And I pray for y'all, man, because I can't believe that y'all are making the money y'all making to teach these children.
And waking up early.
Not only that, if you are a teacher, you literally don't get respect from the people you're teaching, right? So, like, for example, like, say if you're teaching about business, like, let me tell you how to run a $1 million business. They're gonna ask the damn student, "What do you have $1 million damn business?
What you here teaching me for?
What you here teaching me for? You know what I mean?" So it's like, it's just a thankless job. We need to give them some props and respect. Shout out to the teachers. Amen.
So in our culture corner, one of the biggest conversations that were happening on the internet this week was the bus driver conversation.
Oh yeah, I'm glad we talked about that.
Oh, you wait, hold on. Why you went down and you got right back up?
I want to talk about this.
Oh God, he about to eat me up. I already know.
No, give me your opinion first.
I don't.
No, give me your opinion first.
No, because I'm gonna start being racist.
No, give me your opinion first.
All right, so
and then I'm gonna give y'all mine, because I don't think nobody. I think people think where I'm about to go, but people don't know where I'm about to go.
All right, so there's a few things here. So I think she's a lawyer, right? So
I don't know. She's in media.
She's well off. So she was trying to say that that's kind of dating down. The overall issue that I have for her is
she did not say that it was dating down.
Well, my issue, I don't know what she said, honestly. My issue is that she's talking to the black community about black men, and then her fiance was white. So it's like, why are you in our business? You don't even date us. Why you care what we doing over here?
She wasn't dating us. She does.
Yeah, well.
Okay, so
once you go to others, I'm good.
So here's my thing.
Stay over there.
First of all, here's my problem with the world. And when I said
world.
I want to talk, with America, with Black America especially. Let me tell you why. When I said I want to talk about this on Instagram, everybody hit me like, "Oh, bro, get her," and I'm like, I agree with her. But
what do you agree with? Though?
Here's the thing: So she was going at it with DJ Envy. Shout out to DJ Envy, a Virgo like me. And she was like, and DJ Envy went hard on her.
He did.
Like, and you talking about my fan base. And if I was her, you know what I would have asked him? I would have said, Envy, if one of your kids came home to you and said, I want to be a bus driver, what would you have said? He wouldn't have said, oh, okay, cool. Nope. So my thing is, why can't, if I ask somebody, do you want your, if my kid came to me and said, I want to be a bus driver, if your grandson said, I want to be a bus, no one wants to be a bus driver. There's not one bus driver who's driving buses right now that was a kid and said, man, I'm gonna be a goddamn bus driver. I can't wait to drive buses.
Goals, right.
Nobody said that. So the problem is that you spoke about a job that is a good job and a respectable job, but it's not a desirable job. It's not a job that you want people in your life to want. So when people start getting on her about bus driving, I'm like, bro, if my son said he wanted to be a bus driver, I'll be like, why? Why don't you try to own a bus? So why is it wrong for a woman to say that? It was wrong because a woman said it. And America has a problem with women speaking their mind on what their standards are. And that's fucked up, because if I'm a man, I speak my mind. I don't care. Tamira, you can tell me I want to do 6 feet tall. I ain't 6 feet. I'm not offended by that. I'm like, well, what about, why would I be offended by your desires? Why are people offended by other people's opinions? If somebody said, you want to be in the music business? Fuck no. I wouldn't be like, well, fuck you. I'd be like, well, shit, I didn't either, but I'm sorry. You know, but this is what I do. So there's not one bus driver out here that said they wanted to be a bus driver when they was a kid. They ended up being a bus driver. That's what happened.
Also, just to take it a little bit.
So her whole thing was, I don't want someone who settled. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with that, especially because she didn't settle. And I don't think she attacked anybody. Period.
Well, the overall issue here is that Black women in America are the only ones who are taught that they need to not ask for financial stable.
No, they're not.
Yes. Oh, please. Independent women only exist in the Black community. If I was white and I came home with a broke person, baby, they don't play that. You have to have some type of stability. Black women are only ones taught to be ride or dies, to do bids with men. We are the only ones who are told to, what do you bring to the table? Y'all don't ask white women what they bring to the table. Only Black women have to bring something to the table, despite being the most educated and the most growing entrepreneurs in America. Sorry, I start talking fast.
Are fucking tripping.
What am I tripping about, Ray?
You are tripping.
How?
That is the narrative that y'all have created.
Who created it, Ray? I think the proof is literally in the pudding.
Has a male rapper ever made a song saying, where my independent women at?
Yeah, Black women did.
Boosie. Would you date Boosie?
I&D? No, not really.
Oh, man, so you don't even want the motherfucker that made the song.
Yeah, but why y'all promoting independent women? No other culture promotes independent women. Y'all promote families.
When I think about independent women, the first song I could think about was Destiny Child, All My Ladies Were Independent.
Yeah.
You were singing that shit.
I sure was. And look at me outside trying to be an independent woman. Stupid. No, y'all should have been telling me go get married. And white women are raised from young to cater to men, to have husbands. Black women are catered, once again, to be survivors. We are raised off of survival. We are not raised to become lovers, to become wives. We are raised no matter what, you got to do this shit on your own, because at any point, once again, and I've said this on the show before, a Black man can go to jail, get killed, anything, a plethora of things can happen to him. So Black women have to always stay on their toes. Other races, other ethnicities, they don't have that type of pressure on them.
Well, because they also don't have the history.
Exactly. It all goes back to slavery.
No, yeah, it does. It all does.
It always does.
Here's the thing. Once you acknowledge, you have to make the change. Once you acknowledge, you have to make the change.
My mother raised me.
So my thing is this, is that, Tamira, you know, as smart as you are,
nice, but I don't.
You still going to talk back and have some shit to say.
Mm-hmm. Horrible.
But you just said white women are taught to be submissive.
I know. Listen,
so
my
at
mother.
That moment, you should just be submissive.
Let me tell you, my mother raised me. When I have a man, I am submissive. When I have a man, I'm very submissive, and anybody knows that I'm submissive. I'm what's the domesticated dumb shit. I hate when people say that about me, but it is true. I believe that a man should be the head of the household, 100%. You never heard me say anything opposite of that. Tamira, I believe that. Men
Tamira, how many times have we eaten together? 100. How many times have you made that plate that we ate together?
That's if we go out. How the fuck I'm gonna make your plate and
Bring
we in fucking Houston's? We have people here that do that for you.
See what I'm trying to say?
How the fuck are you gonna?
Can I tell you something? I heard a rumor.
Would you like to fight, Ray? Because I'm about to drag his ass.
I don't know if this is true, but I heard a rumor. Very, very, very.
Let me
very
hear this
reliable
rumor.
source.
Who
But I
wants to
heard
hear
that
this rumor?
no matter what's happening in the world, Beyonce doesn't let any woman serve Jay-Z.
I feel her on that. I
She
wouldn't
brings
let
him his
them.
plate. I heard that, by the way.
I
I don't know if
agree.
that's true, but I heard that.
Nobody
No matter
should
what-
serve your man if you're in the room. 100%. Why the fuck are you feeding my man? I don't play shit like that. First of all, my boyfriend in college came home with a cupcake one day. I'll never forget that fucking cupcake. Well, who the fuck made you this cupcake? And then gonna ask me, do I want a piece of the cupcake? I almost killed him. What do you mean? I'm getting mad all over again, and that was 12 years ago. I don't want nobody feeding my man. I don't want anybody doing nothing for my man, especially if I'm there. So I don't know. I'm not being you. If we in the office, somebody's gonna tend to you. But I wouldn't let you. If I saw you getting up and I would never let you do that. I don't think men should do stuff like
ever
that.
offered you a plate of food that she cooked at home?
That I cooked at home.
No.
First of all, the boys, they eat my food all the time. I bring food in. I don't cook no more though. I haven't cooked in a while.
Okay, cool.
So, but I do. When I did, I used to bring platters to the office, and I would bring them plates. I would do that. I take care of the guys. And when I have cookouts at my house, I make sure everybody gets their plates. I'm very big on gender roles. I believe in that traditional gender roles. At that, don't get me started.
Well, I'm just here to say you guys that black women, once you know better, you should do better. The minute that I knew that there was information out there that could help me be more than I was expected to be, I went and got that information. If you know that being submissive is going to get you a husband, be submissive.
These men are not leaders, though.
Oh my God! See, I give up now.
I can't be submissive to
Every
somebody
man in
that's
the room
gonna
just
drive
left.
me the wrong way.
Every man in the room just left.
Y'all can all leave.
Don't leave. Come back. I need you on the board. No, I need you on the board. Every man just
Adios,
left the room.
amigos. Deuces.
See,
These
look,
men ain't men.
If she really needed her man, she'd have been like, Braxton, get back here. I shouldn't have said that. As soon as he walked out the door, fuck you too.
Yep,
Just want to make
adios.
sure y'all
That's
know.
the problem. But I do want to say this. My mother did raise me because my mother was a single mom. She told me the whole time growing up, oh, you need a husband, you need this. And you know what the problem was? I didn't believe her because I didn't listen to what she said.
whose
I
fault was
watched
that?
what she did. That's my fault because I thought I knew everything. I said, you did it. I could do it too. You bought a house. You went got your education. You own your car. You live the life you want without no man. I could do it too. And my mother drilled down on me. Just because I did it don't mean you got to do it. And here I am just doing what I want because I don't listen. That's because I was raised by Beyonce singing Independent Women. This is
Boom.
Beyonce fault.
At least you see, that's all I want. All I think men want, and I speak for it's 5 other men in this room outside of me. I think the only thing that men want from women more than anything, and might be, I think we could probably get world peace and the national debt reduced before we get this right here. It's for women to be accountable.
What would you like us to be?
Everyone in the room start laughing like, get the fuck out of here. What?
I like to say
It's
black
like, just
women
be
are accountable.
Just say,
We save the world.
this
every
is
day.
me. This is what I did. Okay, that's my fault. Period.
Yeah, y'all gonna have to
You said
catch
that- you
me.
said what, Davida? That
Maybe
never
next
happened?
week, not this
I'm glad
week.
you said that, by the way. Because you just went through this whole soliloquy about how black women are only taught, and then you ended it by saying Beyonce taught us that.
It was Beyonce's
By the
fault.
way, all us men knew that.
You knew it was Beyonce who told us
I
that.
knew it wasn't us. I don't want an independent woman. I want a woman that depends on me.
But you know
Because
why?
I'm going to depend on her ass.
But that's because you believe in being a provider. You believe in traditional roles. I believe, and I say this all the time, put it on a t-shirt, put it on my forehead. Men should do nothing but watch sports and pay bills. Everything else, I'll do it. I'll clean the house. I'll actually make sure all the bills is paid. Actually, just give me the money to get the bills paid. You don't even got to worry about the checks, the balances, all that good shit. I got all of that. You should be able to focus on work, come home, your food's ready, watch TV, and do what else you got to do. I don't care about all the in between. I think that's what a female is there for. As strong, your man can only be as strong as you are as a female. I like to make sure my man don't have to worry about nothing but work. That's also my downfall because then they become too independent on me.
I got to ask you a question. I think every man in here wants to know that.
Don't want to hear it.
I'm just curious. What do women do with their money?
Shoes.
No. Hear me out real quick.
Oh.
Let me tell you why.
I
Because
said shoes way too
They want to
fast.
spend. They want to work and make their own money, but they want to spend hours.
Yes.
They don't want
real
to pay no
answer.
bills.
Yes.
But here's the thing. There has to be a bank out here that only women have access to that men don't know about. Because I don't know one woman that is up. Even the ones that look like they up need help. Mm-hmm. I'm being honest with you.
Yeah.
Like, every woman I know is like, I got my own money. Then 3 weeks in, this went bad. I need some money to help my rent. It's like, God damn, I thought you was doing good. Well, I am, but. So I just want to know what women spend their money on.
They lying, Ray. They ain't missing. Listen, why spend mine when I can spend yours? Even if I am up 3 weeks and I'm gonna act like I ain't, because guess what? I need new rims on my car. I need something. You're not gonna be laying next to me and I'm paying all my bills. I promise you that's not happening. So you're just trying to find a way to kind of say, excuse me, friend, what's that meme that's going around? I don't care how independent I look, still pay for my bills, pay for something, give me something here.
And you gotta stop looking independent. Listen, if I seen two women,
What the fuck is looking independent?
I gotta say something.
I gotta look hit.
If I went outside and I saw two women going through the same struggle, and one was trying to change her tire, and the other one was like, I don't know what to do.
Right, another one just out there doing it.
I'm probably gonna help the prettiest one no matter what.
Good, so I'm in my help. I don't care.
I'm sorry. Hey, am I lying? Am I lying? I'm gonna help the prettiest one no matter what. So I'm gonna help both, by the way. But I'm gonna help the prettiest one by
First.
the way. And I'm willing to bet money that the prettiest one is
the one that don't know.
Of
course, because I'm not doing it.
I'm telling you, it's the one that I don't want that one.
You don't want which
I don't
one?
want the one changing the tire.
Oh, the one changing the tire.
You changing the tire. What I'm supposed to do? Cook the food? I got a homeboy that's married. His wife is the he's the house
Breadwinner.
husband. His wife the breadwinner.
And it's awkward, right?
He at the house cooking dinner and shit.
Isn't
and
that
wife
awkward to
be
you?
working and shit. I'm like, well, what happened when she come home? Like,
No, I had a
can't
friend
even
like
imagine
that.
Like, can you
He was
imagine
pushing
that?
the shopping cart. He was pushing the shopping cart. She's walking around. She pays for it. Like, and I'm just sitting here like, this is just such an awkward thing to me.
I just
Like,
wonder how's their sex?
if she makes the money, right?
Because
She determines everything. Yeah, you
can
got
you
that
really
one.
bend her over? I'm really asking, by the way. I'm not being
You
funny.
still a man.
I'm asking-
Your
I'm
job
saying-
as a
No,
female is
I'm
still to make
saying-
you feel like a man.
I'm saying there are some positions in sex that the women is in control. And what I'm saying is that how can you pay off? Like, do you bend her over? And when you do you ask her?
Alrighty then.
I'm asking seriously because when you paying all the bills, you be like, hey, come here, bend over.
I don't know,
You know what
'cause
I'm
I'm
saying?
not paying all the
she's paying all the
bills.
bills, am I tripping? If
I'm
she's
a
paying all the
stay-at-home
bills,
girlfriend.
you're gonna be like, excuse me, would you mind? Can I get behind you? No.
Not excuse me.
Is that comfortable enough for you? Because I would like for you to go further down. Now I like it right here. Okay, babe.
Even if you are the boss outside, at least you got to let him be the boss in the bedroom. Like, you can't take that away from a man. Like,
I don't know. I don't know a man that's a boss in the bedroom, but lets a woman run it outside.
all right, I'm gonna let us close with this.
You're
Braxton, put your
a boss in
fucking
the bedroom,
hand
but let her
down.
run. Braxton, I don't believe you're a boss in the bedroom, bro. I'm just gonna say that, bro.
Right, I don't see that. Fifi got that shit.
I believe if we had to measure who was whipped out of you and her,
I think. Yep.
I guarantee you it's you.
Nah, please. Anyway, so Ray has been on the internet trying to figure out who's telling the truth when they're singing their songs, right? So you said that R&B we need to question R&B singers more.
I have something to say. Mm-hmm. I just figured this out, by the way. I gotta say this is very important.
What you figured out?
R&B music has been killed by the feminine movement.
Yeah.
Here, male R&B is, mind you, if we look at R&B right now, let's look at R&B holistically. The stars are all women.
Yeah.
Her, Summer Walker, SZA, all these girls are women.
Jasmine Sullivan.
There's no male R&B stars, but here's why. Because there's nothing a male R&B singer can say that has been said in the past that's not considered toxic masculinity. So I'm gonna give an example. I'm gonna go back to the 70s real quick. Oh, I don't know what year this came out, but he says, "I know you want to leave me, but I refuse to let you go." Today, that's considered toxic masculinity. That line alone.
Brent Faiyaz' whole career is based off of toxic masculinity.
But Brent Faiyaz is also not seen and viewed as a global superstar.
He's about to.
I'm just saying he's not seen currently. But my thing is this: is that rappers can be toxic, and I think the key for male R&B music to come back is for the women to allow the male R&B singers to be as toxic as they want to be.
I have the opposite opinion.
If you listen, like I'll give you an example. Listen to Keith Sweat, "Wrong in the Right Way." He starts with the song, "You may be young, but you're ready to learn. You're not a little girl, you're a woman." Today, that would be like, excuse me?
Yeah, that would have been
Is this some
That'd have been crazy.
pedophilia shit?
That'd have been crazy.
I'm telling you, if you think you're lonely now, wait until tonight, girl. That's gaslighting in today's world. Like in today's world, anytime a man does anything manly, it is considered toxic masculinity, and that is killing the male R&B voice because he doesn't have anything to sing about anymore.
I think love though.
Love, we didn't build our
But
shit.
it used to be about love.
Nah, Confessions is Usher's biggest album. It's about a nigga cheating.
That's love. That's him saying he's losing his
No,
love.
that's still him. It's still him doing her dirty. I'm just saying the key to R&B is the key to R&B. Male R&B is going to be masculine, masculine energy. Guy, a piece of my love is waiting for you. That women wouldn't let that happen today. That's toxic masculinity, and I'm triggered by this, and I don't want you to change your lyrics and this. And it's like, bro, I'm telling you, we gotta let this. I have one request to the world of your listening. We have to allow men to be men. And I know that men have been men for a long time, and we've done some dumb shit. I can admit that. But so have y'all.
Yes.
And we allow y'all to be women, and all I ask is that y'all allow us to be men. If I'm doing manly things that I think is manly, let me live. Like none of these songs that are being made are gonna work today. That was hits in the back, they're gonna work today because women wrap it up in toxic masculinity or gaslighting. I don't even know what the fuck gaslighting is, and I've seen the dictionary like 50 times. I still have no idea what gaslighting is, by the way. And we just gotta let that go. I've really been wanting to say that for a long time.
Well, I'm glad you got that off your chest, Ray. Okay, you guys, so that is the Culture Report this week. Make sure you like, subscribe to all of our channels. You're following us on all social medias. And anything else you got for them, Ray?
Follow the God Show page and DM us things you would like us to cover on this once a week show.
Thank you, guys. Well, because Don Vito was writing me.